Welcome back to Crazy Bill's Garage, and today I got for you a Best Buy, or as we pretty well know it here in Canada, quality automotive product, and a Napa Proformer. They are going head to head. These are both the same size filter. The Best Buy here is the OF146110, and the Proformer is the 27356. Now, finding information on these two was not hard for one of them, but for the other one, not easy. Because I guess it's just not easy to find information on the quality automotive products oil filter. And I went to their site, and whatever they tell me on there can't be true because they keep on telling me this has synthetic filter media. I don't believe it. But they are both built in China. And that's all the information I'm giving you on this one because I don't want to give you any false information. I'm done. I'm done with looking up that one. And I think they're talking about when I'm trying to look up information on the quality automotive here, they're trying to give me information on their higher end filters with synthetic media. But we do have lots of information for the Napa Proformer because Napa gives good information about that. Of course, yes, built in China, 96% multi-pass efficiency at 25 microns, cellulose media, rubber anti-drain valve, and up to, or good up to 5,000 miles or 7,500 kilometers. And yes, that is what they tell me. But we'll have to see, right? They look nice. They're about the same size. I think the quality automotive is a little taller. Sporting my new cardboard here, I decided to pick yellow to go with the Proformers yellow box, and yeah. So let's weigh these. Should I weigh them with the plastic on or the plastic off? Off, because this, in the end, will not be on the vehicle. So I don't want to weigh it with it on there. That was not easy to take off, but I'm glad they have it. Keeps debris, bugs, dust, moisture out of the filter as it's being shipped, because I know they're both not made here. They're both made in China. And I'll let this get the scale ready. Uh-oh. I was worried there. I thought my scale with battery was dead. So let's weigh them in grams first. So there we go. Quality automotive, 242.4. Wow, 24 I thought. And the Performer, 264.6. Wow. It does feel chunkier. Yeah, it does feel a bit heavier than the quality. But let's go to ounces. I think that's ounces. Well, I think that's ounces. There we go. 7.793 for the quality, and for the Proformer, 8.501. Okay, so now we do know that the Proformer is a bit heavier. What else do we look at here? Of course, let's look at the base gaskets. Now, they're both from China, but that don't mean nothing. I'm pretty sure they have many, many manufacturers in China. And these are obviously don't look like each other at all. So, what do we got here? 5.45 millimeters tall, 4.93 millimeters, and the thickness 3.92 and 3.64. There we go. Now, I think it's time I can look at all the rest of this when I have her cut apart. So I'm going to cut these apart and we're going to come back. But actually, one more thing. As I was looking at these base gaskets, I was thinking, what is the outside diameter of these two filters here for base gaskets? And if I can get that here, that would be great. Let's do it across here. So there we go, 62.61 for the quality. And what will this one be? Do it across the middle. 62.64 for the Proformer. Oh, nice. So there we go. Well, let's deal with the quality first. Turn her over. Okay. I'm pretty sure rubber anti-drainback valve. I'm just sure of it. Don't know for sure, but I'm sure of it. There we go. So the base. We have 1, 2, 3, about 4 threads. And we have 8 inlet holes. That's not bad. So, very good hefty base, I must say. I'd say the metal on it is pretty, I would say it's thick enough to hold the base. I'm gonna go with grams. It's my favorite choice. 90.8 grams. So yeah, that's not too bad, really. Let's look at the Proformer's base. If I can get this anti-drain back off. 4 threads, decent base. We got 8 inlet holes on these. They look about the same size as the inlet holes on the other one, but you can see they are definitely different. Yes, they certainly are. And yeah, definitely different types here. And yeah, did I say 4 threads? I'm pretty sure I did. Let's see. Not much to say on that. Let's take a look and see what weight we got for this base. 107.4. So this base is a bit more heavier. It does feel chunkier. So yeah. Let's go with these. It's purely rubber. Definitely. And yeah. Seems like it's got a little bit of fluid there. I wonder if these things have a little bit of oil on them. Yeah, they do. So they don't rust, I'm guessing. But that feels like very nice anti-drainback valve. This one, not so hefty. Feels a little bit more, less stiff than the one on the quality automotive. Let's pull out these. You know what? Let's just put these aside for now. And we're going to go into this. So, on both of these, we have a real spring. Now, these springs, I thought they were going to be identical. Guess what? They're not. So, yeah. They're not identical. Very springy. I do like that. Very springy. Both of them. Great springs. I wish they would bring back the springs in a lot of the filters that they make in America. They even do make some filters in Canada, by the way. Don't ask me what they are, but they do. So we're going to check the thickness here. And this one was not fun to cut open, by the way. So we're at 0.50 millimeters. This one took the longest to get open. So yeah, that one's 0.50. And yeah, it's pretty thick. So that's impressive. Wow, this one's pretty thick too. This one was taking a while to get itself open itself. No way. There's no way that's that thick. Let's try another spot. Oh, guess so. Yeah, this one's pretty thick. Ooh, this one does feel thicker. Why are these inexpensive filters having very thick canisters? Isn't it the kind of stuff they save for um expensive filters? But let's get on to the filtration here. So this is the quality. Oh, and this is the Proformer. These things always look good. Wow, they do a good job at getting these things put together. I am impressed. I'm gonna try that thing again where I push down on the bypass and see how much it kind of weighs. Oops. I don't know what I'm on there, but there we go. Pounds. So let's see here. Oh, will that even open? Ah, it was a little stuck there. Well, that one wasn't stuck. That one was, but now it's opening just fine. Those are seem very stiff for a. These are, by the way, for a Honda Civic. Motor Honda Civic, Honda motors. So it just seems kind of very stiff. But it's opening like you would think a Subaru filter would. I did not buy these for Subaru. I bought them for a Honda. Oops, right. There we go. Let's see. Nah, this test probably doesn't work the way I like it to. But let's see here. The openings of these. Let's see how wide they are. So that one's 12.5. That one's 12.58. Okay. That is fine. So now it's pleat. I gotta count the pleats up, see what we got. And here, just by looking at them. What ones do you think? What one do you think has the most pleats? Quality, Proformer. Put it down in the comments what you think before you know. Or after you know. It don't matter. So, do you guess which one has more pleats? You probably guessed right. 41 for the quality automotive, 53 for the Proformer. That's impressive. There's a lot of pleats in there, and they're pretty straight. They're actually, both of these look pretty outstanding, I must say. Wow. Yeah, these are nice. No excessive glue on everything. They're made pretty nice, both of them. That's impressive for two filters. $5, around $5 for the quality automotive. Around $6 for the Proformer, and I mean this is with tax in. So I'm impressed actually with them, and they're both looking very good. So far, would I use either of them in my Honda? Yeah, I would. There you go. That's the thing. Yeah, I would. I don't go extended oil changes on anything I own. I'm an early oil changer, and that's just the way I am. You can be whatever you like to be, but I am an early oil changer. I do not go over a certain limit I set in my head, and that is what I do. But let's get on to. I gotta cut the filtration off, don't I? So let's do that. So I took off the strips that hold these on, and I'm just gonna cut her off. See what we got here. Not wearing any glove today. That's just great. But this seems to be cutting pretty easy since I do believe it is just cellulose. I could be wrong. What if it is synthetic? I don't know. It's just strange. See, I scared a spider up, run across my table there. You didn't get to see it, but And that's good, just in case you have arachnophobia. So we're going to put this one over here. We're going to get right into this one. We're going to cut this one off too. This one cuts pretty easy too. I'm pretty sure. Well, this one did say it was cellulose. So there we go. And I got her. And there we are. Let's put this back down here in my spot. And there we are. So there we go. And that one's up. And we have two, well, Holy tubes. There we go. Holy tubes. Very nice, though. They're not the thickest I've seen out of China, so that's nice. This one's a little shinier. I want to see which one of these is thicker. So the one on the quality, 36.58 millimeters and 37.30 millimeters on the Proformer. That kind of shocks me. But very well made. Nothing came apart. Why do oil filters made overseas still use punched holes rather than louvers? Do they know something we don't? Or they know something American manufacturers don't? I'm not sure. I don't think it really makes a difference too much. Though we did see in that last used motorcraft how beautifully, giantly punched out the louvers were in it. And I was quite impressed by that. That was very nice. We'll put that aside. We'll bring in this, and we are going to measure how tall the pleats are. I kind of said that like it's evil or something. So 9.58 millimeters for the quality, automotive, and 9.58. What? Didn't I just... What? Are these the same? Oh, wow. Okay. Impressive. Well, I am going to measure... No, I'm not. I'm not going to measure. I have to measure how thick the media is. That's what I'm going to do now for the quality automotive. We're going to do her at 0.70 millimeters. And let's go for the good old Proformer here at 0.74 millimeters. Wow. It is slightly thicker by a hair. Well, how thick is a hair? About 0.6 millimeters, I thought a hair was. At least that's what I thought. Well, let me measure these out, see how much we got here. All right, here we go. For the Proformer, we have 41.5 inches or 105.5 centimeters of length, 2 inches or 5 centimeters width. And for the quality automotive, we have 31.5 inches or 80 centimeters. Not as much there, is there? But there was a lot more pleats on the Proformer, or 2 inches and 5 centimeters. So, that's what we got there. We got the Proformer winning, of course, on the more filtration. There's more filtration on the Proformer side. So, I'm just going to cut some pieces off here, and we're going to look at it through the microscope. Hopefully, I can get good pictures. So here we are looking at the quality And as we can see here, yeah, we're pretty sure this is cellulose filtration. It kind of looks like it. Hopefully, it's just not giving a great picture today. Sorry about that. But we're going to take a look at the back side of it. And here's the back side. It's not a very good picture, though. Let me see if I can fix that. That's about as good as I can get right now for some reason. Yeah, it looks like it's the same type of filtration. I'm pretty sure cellulose for the quality automotive. And here we go with the Proformer. We know it says on the website that it is cellulose, so this pretty well does look like what the quality automotive filtration looked like. And this stuff is just kind of tainted a little orange, so it's actually harder to get a good picture of it. Well, I think the backside here, I get a little better picture of it, and it doesn't look too bad. It's a fine looking cellulose filtration at its best. I think I forgot to weigh the filtration. You know what? I'll weigh the filtration. I'll put on the pieces that I cut out, and let's weigh both of these filtrations the way that it is actually usable filtration on the filter. So we'll do the quality automotive filtration, which is at 8.9 grams. We'll do that first. And now we'll do the Proformer, which is at 10.6. So there we go. The more filtration, of course, gives you the more weight. And that's why I don't know what I'm trying to say there. But all I'm trying to say is I would use both of these. And they both look pretty good. They both check a lot of boxes for me. What do you think of them? Would you use them? Would you not? Would you be scared to use something made from China? I don't know. I really don't. I'm personally not scared to use things made from China. I do it all the time, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Just gotta take a chance once in a while. Of course, there's some Chinese parts I would never use, but hey, hope you liked the video. Got right. Got a good video coming for Friday for used filters, and hopefully you'll like that one too. Thanks for watching, and yeah, that's it.